Hey guys, how you going? It's Taylor here. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I am going to be doing another NEURALDSP tier list for all their plugins. I previously did one a couple of years ago for all their guitar plugins, and I thought I would update it with all the new releases that have happened recently and all the revisions to the X series of the plugins. So I thought, after all the comments I get telling me how wrong I was, I thought I should revisit it, as I've spent a lot more time with all the plugins since then. So the list might have changed and the rankings might have changed. So at the end, I'll revisit to see how I had them last. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's start building this tier list up. Okay, so the tier list has been made on this tier maker website. I haven't created this, so credit to whoever made this. I'm gonna use it. There's a few of the Fortin plugins that I'm not sure exactly which icon is representing them. So as I go through, I will just say which one I am taking into mind as I'm putting them onto the tier list. But yeah, I'd essentially say one thing we'll do before we get right into it is we're just gonna put the Mantra plugin, which is the vocal plugin, just in the D tier, just to hide it out of the way. I'm mainly focusing on the guitar plugins today and the bass ones. Yeah, so I own all these plugins. I've spent a lot of time with them, and I think that's one thing that's separated to the last time we did the tier list. I didn't own every single one of them, but now I do, and yeah, I'm quite familiar with them all. So let's get into it. Okay, so the first one here is the Abasi plugin. I don't really use this one that much. I'm gonna put it in the C tier to start off. Yeah, I reach for other plugins when I'm going for that type of metal or yeah, anything like that. It's not my go-to, so it sits in the C tier. I'm gonna start building this list up, but then towards the end, I will probably revise to position things probably a bit better. Okay, so the Mateus Asado plugin. This one is a great plugin. I really like the two clean amps in it. I think one's based on like a matchless DC30, and then another one's like a Fender Twin. They're really great amps. All of the pedals and the delay in that, it's amazing. I don't use it all that often, but yeah, it's a really great plugin. I'm gonna put it at the top of B tier at the minute. It could make its way into the A, but we'll see. Then I have the Corey Wong plugin here. It's probably been my most viewed of all my demos for these NEURALDSP plugins. I'll put a bit of a snippet somewhere in here now of a bit of a demo of me doing it. People have really liked the guitar tone I've got out of this one. Awesome plugin. I think that a plugin that's recently come out's kind of superseded it for what I used that one for, but we'll get to that. Yeah, it's a great plugin. It can really do a lot of things. For that, it's going top of A tier. It almost gets in the S tier, but I think there's one plugin that's come out somewhat recently that'll probably sit above it in the S tier. Okay, so this is the NEURALDSP Dark Glass pedal. Yeah, it's a pretty cool plugin. I can't say that I reach for it more than their other bass plugin, the Parallax. So I would say this is probably B tier for me. It's pretty good. It does a lot of cool stuff, but generally I'm gonna go straight for this now, the Parallax. I would put the Parallax in B tier, but I would just put it above it. So yeah, I think the Parallax has a bit more diversity in tone, and the presets and that are amazing. You can pretty much get anything you want out of it. So yeah, we'll move on from the bass plugins, but yeah, I think Parallax is better than the Dark Glass for what I use, but they're both great. They both get used quite frequently, but that's where we'll leave it for now. Okay, so now we're gonna get to the Fortin plugins. So there's Fortin NTS, there's Fortin Nameless, and there's Fortin Cali. We're gonna start with this one here being Fortin Cali, as it has the same symbol as another one. Fortin Cali for me is an amazing amp. It's super versatile. I haven't done a demo for this one yet. I think that I am due to do one purely on the amp alone. I'm putting it, if I could put it right equal with the Asado plugin, I would. Yeah, I really love the amp. Yep, so this one here is Fortin nameless, I'm assuming, I'm pretty sure. I could have them back to front, but this is where I put Fortin nameless. You've got to pay respect to the original plugin. Yeah, it's great. The Fortin nameless X, you just can't get any more disgusting tones than that. It's such a great plugin. It can get filthy. Yeah, pretty much if you are looking for alternative metal kind of genres into some extreme metal kind of things, yeah, it's great, but it can be dialed back and do a lot of rock tones, and I love it for that. The Fortin NTS, I don't use it very frequently because I favor the other ones. I'm gonna put it in front of a Barsi in the C tier, but I'm not saying it's a bad plugin, I just don't reach for it as much, so I'm gonna put Fortin NTS down the list a little bit. Gojira X is probably one of my biggest YouTube videos on the channel. Everyone really likes the tones I got for that song. It's very much in like an under-earth static dress, like post-hardcore style demo, which I'll link up here or put a video in if I can find it. Yeah, it's such a great plugin. I've seen the likes of like Bill Murray, their producer, he uses this to kind of manipulate the sounds to get like the really awesome sub-octave sounds and par, like they use it as well as using the Nolly plugin I've seen, and I love their guitar tones. Yeah, the whammy in it is fantastic, and for me, this goes top of the S tier straight away because I love it. I use it all the time. Some of the presets I've made for this, I just literally whack it on and it's an instantly massive sounding song or demo. So yeah, that's Gojira X straight into the S tier. Okay, so next is the John Mayer plugin, which is a recently released one. I'm currently working on a song demo for this one, so keep an eye out for that. I love this. The diversity of tones you can get from it. I'm not using it for any I'm not a John Mayer tribute band. I'm not gonna sit there play slow dancing in a burning room 6,000 times. It's not what I'm using it for. I've actually kind of used it more for pedal distortion into a pushed clean amp. I really love the Klon on that plugin, and yeah, the Blues Breaker Tube Screamer combo, oh, so good. And then yeah, like even the delay in the front of the amp, the Aquapus copy, yeah, it's so great. Everything about it is really awesome. I'll do a bit of a demo on it, like I said, to keep an eye out. But for me, it instantly goes above Corey Wong because they're kind of doing similar things. I think Corey Wong can be a bit different in terms of like that. Yeah, so this is one I was mentioning before with that I think's taken over, but yeah, the Corey Wong plugin kind of sits pretty level with it in terms of all the sounds, but I just think that the Fender amp and the John Mayer, and then obviously the Dumble and the Two Rock, I think once you use them all individually, but then also when you have the ability to blend them in as you do as the capability in that plugin, I just think it's unbelievably good. They've spent such a long time developing it, and you can really tell. So yeah, it's such a great plugin. The John Mayer, straight in the A tier. It could make its way into the S tier, we'll see. I don't want to have too many in the S tier, but yeah, we'll have a look. So next is the Mesa Boogie Mark plugin. Yeah, it's great. I love the tones in this. Surprisingly great cleans, push cleans. Yeah, it can sound massive. I just don't use it that much, but I really like it. I think it sits probably up in level with the Mateus Osato, the Cali, and yeah, it sits right there. I think all of these are quite similar in terms of how much I use them and how much I love them. They're very top of B tier, so yeah. So next is the Misha Mansour plugin, such an icon for modern guitar tone and yeah, a pioneer. This plugin kind of has a lot of already existing sounds built into it. It has like the Granifier amp essentially baked into it, a 5150, and then a few other amps too. It's an amazing plugin. I'm gonna get a lot of hate if I don't put it up the top because people are really, really big fans of this one, I know that. The glitch plugin, the glitch pedal in it, I'm not really finding as much use as I thought I would for it. Yeah, I think it's almost A tier. I'm gonna put it at the very top of B tier at the minute, only because if I'm going for a heavy tone, I probably don't go as extreme as what this plugin can produce. I'm probably a bit more on the lower element of extreme. Like if I was playing gent, obviously this is just a plug in and play and you've got the sounds. But I'm not really playing that, so I'm a bit more on the rock side of it, which it can do fantastically, but it's probably not my go-to because I've got a few others that'll become more apparent once I go through the list a bit more. But yeah, there's a few others that sit in the S tier that I love that probably keep this one sitting out of the A tier. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm probably going to put it in the A tier because it is quite diverse. Like if someone's watching this video and thinking, is it worth buying it and over certain other plugins, like if you didn't own any other plugins and you wanted gent Misha sound, this is the plugin. So yeah, it's gonna go in the A tier. I definitely think I prefer it over like everything sitting in the B tier, so it's in the A tier. Okay, so next is the Morgan Amp Suite. I love this plugin. I seem to really enjoy the emulations or the amp suite plugins where they're named amps. So the Morgans, the Tone Kings, and then even like the John Mayer kind of feels like that one. It kind of feels like you know exactly what the amps are and they're not like an archetype where interpretation, they're an actual recreation of the physical amp. I really seem to enjoy them. So yeah, the Morgan Amp Suite, I think that this is quite easily an S tier. I think that the amps in that, I don't know, like John Mayer's amps are pretty much on par, but I think there's something about these Morgan amps that put it straight in the S tier, and I'm probably, for how much I use it, I'm gonna say that I put it above Fortin Nameless. I love it. It's just the perfect epitome of all the style I play, from emo, Jimmy Eat World tones to rockier stuff to Foo Fighters sounds. You can get it all, like, and then pushing it a little bit further and further. I've used it to kind of recreate Thrice's guitar tones. Yeah, even like Fire Breather, which isn't a baritone. Like I've got a preset called Fire Breather because I've been able to make the plugin bark, and yeah, it's great. It's a great plugin. It's definitely S tier for me. Straight away, next plugin, Nolly. Nolly plugin, one of the first plugins, the first archetype, I'm pretty sure. It's straight to the top of S tier. I think everyone probably agrees that Nolly's influence on all of the NEURALDSP plugins. He pretty much does the cab sims for all of them. He's got all the IRs done for them, so this is a bit of a pay respect, but also the updated version with all the new IRs are fantastic, and this is exactly the balance of clean, rock, heavy. Like, this is the plugin where you can get every sound and you can get every genre, and you don't really need to lean for much more. If you just want like a plug, like a tube screamer in front of an amp, this plugin nails it. It's probably one of the better Marshall style amp recreations you'll see. And yeah, the 5150, it sounds like it's high definition. Like, it's something about it. When you're playing it, it sounds like everything else is kind of just sitting at a cheaper version. That 5150 in it sounds absolutely immense. So, and it's 4 amps, so it's good value for money. If I'm buying one without owning any other ones, that's the one I'm buying. I'm buying Nolly X if I play a bit heavier genres. So yeah, Nolly X straight to the top of S tier. Okay, so the Omega Granifier, I think it's an amazing amp. I don't use it that much, but the sounds you can get from it are probably the most unique out of this whole list. I think that if you have the luxury of getting it on sale, like, it's a must buy, because you can really thicken the sound of any genre, any tone. With this one, I put it probably above the Mesa, probably above the yeah, I'm gonna put it top of B tier. I think it's probably worthy of being there. It's a bit of an unsung hero. I think that you can really do everything with it. And then the plumes pedal in it is great. I normally lean to that, just bypassing everything and having the plumes to push an amp. It sounds so great. So yeah, it's top of B tier. Okay, so next we have the John Petrucci. I copped a lot of slack in my rating for this one last. I don't remember where I put it. It's been a long time since I've looked. I know that people were saying that I should be putting it top of the list. I'm not going to take any influence off that, but once the Archetype X John Petrucci plugin came out, I did a demo, and I'll try and put a snippet in somewhere here. Yeah, so it's like a Deftones style demo, and it made me open my eyes up a bit more to the fact that the actual effects in this plugin are probably the best out of every single one. You have everything you need, and it sits, for me, it sits right up there. I'm gonna say that it's S tier, just behind the Morgan amp. For me, there's not much separating this S tier list. Like, if I'm grabbing a plugin, if I'm opening it up, I'm pretty much going for these every single time. In fact, most of my templates have an instance of all of these ones. Maybe not the Nameless, which that could potentially come down to the A tier. We'll see. I don't want to get too many in there, but yeah, the Nameless probably is the only one that I don't open up as often, but at the minute it sits up there paying respects. Okay, so the next one is the Plini plugin. Yeah, this is also one of the first plugins, if not the first Archetype. I'm not sure out of that or Nolly, which one was first. Yeah, straight away, we're gonna put it in the S tier. I'm gonna put it above the Morgan, only just, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move the Fortin Nameless down. I'm gonna keep John Mayer above it. I'm loving the John Mayer at the minute. It's new, it's the new shiny toy, so I know I said pay respects to the Fortin Nameless plugin, but yeah, it is what it is now. We're putting it there. But yeah, so the Plini plugin, I got a bit sidetracked. The Plini plugin it's amazing. It's, yeah, pretty much anything you want, ambient, rock. It's fantastic. You could pretty much get this or the Nolly and get every sound you'll ever need. And for that, like, it sits well deserved in the S tier. Yeah, I think it's probably one of my favorites, one of my most used. I really like the fuzz in this one. Yeah, it's great. It's really good for shoegazy style tones. So yeah, it sits well and truly deservedly up in the S tier. The next is probably my most underutilized. I should use it a lot more because it has a lot of amazing features. It's the Rabea X. I think that if I was going to focus on one of these plugins and spend a bit more time with it, it would be the Rabea X. I've spent a fair amount of time with it, but it deserves way more playtime because it is amazing. I'm gonna put it right up in here. It's on par for the Corey Wong for me. It sits so high in the A tier. The versatility, the synth, it's just intuitive, it's amazing. So yeah, it's really great. Okay, so the next one is the Soldano. I think I would put that above the Periphery one. Yeah, I don't use it as much as that. It's versatile. Like, there is not much separating any of these ones. It's a fantastic plugin. It sounds amazing. There's nothing really separating this A to S tier. We're talking the tiniest little bit of time probably used and how much I lean towards it and grab it. But yeah, it's Soldano, the SLO. It's amazing. Not really much more needs to be said about it. It's a fantastic plugin, and I know a lot of people really love it from the comments that I got in my last video. So the 3 more to go. We've got the Archetype Tim Henson. Yeah, this one is probably one of my least favorite plugins. It's not bad, I just don't use it. I don't really feel that inspired when I use it because it kind of does a watered down version of what I get from the Nolly X plugin. So I know it's got a few little bits and pieces of like multi-voicer and stuff, but yeah, I'm not tapping and shredding like that. I put it at the top of C tier. Yeah, it's not my favorite, but I'm sure people love it and I'm sure they enjoy it. The JCM 800 in it is pretty good. I think that I would lean out of NEURALDSP plugins if I was gonna pick my favorite JCM plugins that aren't already sitting high on this list. So I don't really enjoy it that much. But yeah, it's not bad, but it's just not my favorite. And then pretty well leads me into the next one. It's essentially just a JCM 800 or whatever it is. I think it's just an 800. It's the TomL plugin. I've pretty much, once I bought it, I used it, and that's pretty much all I've used it. I really don't like this one. This one I will say I don't like. It's my least favorite by far. I'll put it in the D tier. I don't like the sound of the amp. I don't like the fact there's not a boost. Yeah, that's the one that I really wish they'd revise and have a look at it, because yeah, it has a lot of potential, but it's just, the amps just are too fuzzy. It doesn't really have much control in tightening the tone. You don't have anything at the front, like to put in front of the amp. Yeah, it's not my favorite, and it sits in the D tier for me because I've pretty much opened it up twice. And the last one here is the Tone King Imperial. I gotta say, this is probably my most used out of everything in terms of just sitting there and jamming. I love it. It's such a great amp. I really want to own the real version of it someday. That would be awesome. So yeah, the Tone King, it's one of my favorite plugins. I use it all the time. It's amazing at shoegazy, vibey, ambient stuff. You can crank it and get that like pushed Fender sounding tone, very rocky. I love it. Yeah, I put it straight in the S tier. I use it more than the Morgan, I use it more than the Plini, and I use it more than Gojira. This is probably going to be the biggest mover out of all of the lists since last time I've done it. Yeah, it's one of my favorite. I just love it. It's probably one of the more lifelike feeling ones. I'd say that and the Morgan are just like, the push clean in it is amazing. The plugin pretty much stays open on my desktop. If I'm ever wanting to write anything or yeah, record anything quickly for a demo, I just record the virtual out through my interface and that's it. it's such an amazing plugin. Once this gets incorporated into the Quad Cortex, I'm probably going to buy a Quad Cortex, because it's, if I could have this in a live setting, it is the perfect guitar amp for what I want to achieve. Like I said, I want to own it in real life, but we'll see, they're quite expensive. Okay, so this is it. That's the final tier list, how it all sits. I'm pretty happy with it. Nolly being my favorite. The Tone King probably would sit up the top, but it's just not as versatile as the Nolly one. I use that pretty much to wide span of genres. The Tone King is a little bit limited in terms of like metal, but I don't really play metal that often. So, but yeah, that's it. I think this is the perfect list. So let's check out what I did last time. A few plugins weren't out obviously then, so that'll be a little bit different, but let's have a look. Okay, so we have the Nolly sitting top of S, Plini up there, we've got Gojira up there, we've got Fortin Nameless, we have Rabia sitting in the A. I think all of the, so the S tier I haven't tried because I didn't own them at that time. Corey Wong, I think it wasn't until the X update that I spent a bit more time with this one. And then, the tones I got on the demo that I did really opened my eyes up, and people have asked me all the time, how did I get them tones? And it's just so easy. It's an amazing sounding plugin. So that's moved probably the furthest. It looks pretty good. Yeah, the Tone King's pushed up too. So now we'll go back to this list. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I think that it's a fair representation of how much I use them and how much I enjoy them. The John Mayer one's, like I said, really growing on me. I'm really enjoying it, but it's just out of the S tier. So that's it, guys. That's my NEURALDSP 2026 tier list. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Let me know what ones are your favorites, which ones you'd probably swap around on the list. Again, it's just my opinion on it, how much I use it, so don't take it too seriously. And thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys. Cheers.